they were talking about this session, this late night jam session. Are you a morning person or a night person, and did that play a factor into this?
Night person, and that did play a factor. It was probably about 1 or 2 in the morning when we first put the lyrics on tape, and we had been toying around with the melody and the loop. And what was really fun was this song works with that loop running. That dun, 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 dun. As long as that keeps going until you get to the bridge, that thing is all you need. You can just sing to that. And I knew I had something the next day when at about 8 in the morning I had to get up early and go to school. And I got up and went to help take the kids to school with my wife, and we got in the car, and I had the loop on my phone, and I plugged it into the car, and I said, "Here, listen to this," and I just started playing it, and I said, "Here's how it goes," and it was just kind of, swirling like it does. And I sang, "As long as I live, whatever I do, as great as it is, it's a bummer. I ain't ever gonna beat this summer with you." She went, "Oh," and I went, "Okay, that's a good one then." Yeah, anytime you get an "aw," that's good.
And these songs, though, they're so catchy and people love them. It kind of was this other summer anthem this year. That has to feel good.
It does feel good. It's fun to sing about this. It is weird to see it work at both ends of the summer, where at the beginning of the summer when we started, well, actually it was February when it shipped to radio, which was ridiculous. But, everybody was just like, I'm thinking, we had a snowstorm or something that week. And it was one of those things where I was like, I kept tweeting. I was like, just hang on. Just hang on. This will make sense in like a month. And ended up doing that. And now the words work exactly the same, in a different way, where you're talking about looking back at this, which is over. I mean, Labor Day is coming up this week. So it's really, or in 2 weeks or something, right?
Time flies.
Yeah, it flies. So it's really almost over, and even though in Nashville it usually stays hot until late in the fall, but about the time you go to that first football game and school fires up, and it just feels different, and it feels like it's all memories now, and the song works that way too.
And, I'm sure, speaking of time flies, I bet it feels like yesterday. At the same time, it feels like forever when you came to town and dreamed of having one.
Yeah.
One, let alone 22. That just gave me chills saying 22. I can imagine what it does to
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I really think about the artists that are heroes of mine and major artists in the format that have less number ones than this, which is really wild, and it goes to show you that it doesn't always mean, what you think it means, but it's a really unique accomplishment to get a lot of these, because it's a little miracle when you can have the number one most played song in the land, because that's a really hard thing to do, and there are entire staffs at every label whose job is to get that, and obviously I've got a really good one.
You do. That's why we're partying today, to celebrate them and you, right?
No doubt, exactly. Yeah, they did more for this than me.
You just sang the song and wrote it. No big deal, right?
Yeah, but I've done that before and it didn't go, so obviously it's them.